that I've done properly on 2K19, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to get straight in. I'm going to help you understand how that works from a created a template for Karma Mustafa because I was trying to work out the way that the duplication system works now. It's a little bit different to last year. If you want to duplicate a wrestler completely, so I want to recreate the Nation of Domination Mustafa rather than the Godfather. In order to do that, you've actually got to go into the Godfather's name, and then instead of selecting Alt Attire, you just change the name for the slave slot to whatever name you want, and then it automatically puts it into your custom creations or create a wrestler section. So here we go. I'm going to show you a little bit. Now what I have noticed is that the save slot name is Karma Mustafa, but the abbreviated name and the entrance name still comes out as the Godfather. There's no way of changing it this year from what I can see. That may be editable later, I don't know. But maybe we'll find out soon. In fact, what I can do now is a quick test and actually copy. I'm going to duplicate this superstar. And I'm going to move him into another spot, which sounds weird, but bear with me. And we'll see if we can do this the way that I'm hoping to. So, as you can see, it doesn't work. So that's something that they've changed. Unless they've hidden it and made it really different now, they've definitely changed that element of the game where you can't just change the name to... I used to love the fact that I could change the entrance name to Karma Mustafa. I've already been in Created Wrestler. It wouldn't let me do it in there unless I created the Godfather from scratch, which would defeat the point of being able to just copy over the Godfather and getting his look exactly how I want it for the game itself. Okay, so I remember this. I do not want to use it as an alternate attire, which should change it actually. Let's see if that helps change the name information. Got it. Okay, so it does work. We're all good. Abbreviated name. I reckon I'm just going to go with Karma. Simple. Doesn't need... Nope. And then his entrance name. They still the weird little name issue that I saw. There, you see that? They haven't changed that from last year's game, which is a bit weird. You would think that they would. They've also made it a little bit different as well in terms of how you do create the space necessary to get the letter to the right area. I'm sure it's going to happen in a second. Hold on. Wow. Sorry, still getting used to things here. Yeah, so you can see that I put loads of spaces between. It's for some reason not allowing the Mustafa to get there. Let me see if there's any letters at the end. Nope. The other thing I can do is jump up here, delete one of those, and just drop the M there. Okay. Oh. Don't want to delete that one. So I basically want... Let's try that. It's gonna. I'm sure it's gonna look weird. Oh, that's weird. It's still come out. Okay, so that's how it appears, which is a shame. I'm gonna have to now do exactly the same thing as I just did before. Let's put some spaces here. That's exactly the same thing that happened to me before. So I'm going to drop down there and put an M in. So let's see if we can do this. Okay. Like I said, I don't know why 2K do this. It's weird. They need to change it up at some point. It really messes up the way that they look. Nope. But that's the best. That's how it looks, unfortunately. I'm going to have a play with that at some point and find out. Presentation name, not even sure if he's on there, to be honest. But let's delete the nickname. I'm not a fan of the nickname being in there. Okay, first name. Let's see what's in here. I hope they've added new names this year because there were a lot missing last year. Including Karma, which is still not in here. But I'm going to preview some.
Cameron Kaiba.
Wow, that's weird.
Karen Kareem.
Kareem is not good.
Kari.
Okay, Kari for now. And let's see if there is any kind of Mustafa on the game. It really surprises me that they don't put their iterations of characters on. Because it's like, surely they know that people are going to want to change the Godfather to his old persona. Or one of his old personas. There's certainly a load of names, but it's just making sure that they actually have the ones that I need to create. Let's see. Nope.
Morocco.
I got Del Morocco's on there.
Morse. Morgan.
Oh, this is going to be annoying.
Matoda.
Okay, don't even care right now. Kari Matoda. Karma Mustafa. Potato. Except that. Let's go back now and let's sort his attire out because this is the big thing for me. So what I've done, I said this before, I was going to show you a bit behind the scenes. Basically, what I've done on my computer that I've got right next to me now is a picture of the Nation of Domination in Karma Mustafa's attire. So what I basically do is, with all the wrestlers that I create, I have a look at the image and I just work from there. So what I'm going to do is delete that attire, edit attire, and then I'm going to go into, I'm basically going to just take everything off. That's what I usually do with this. Obviously he's a superstar. Okay, so hair dyes in. I was really hoping that they would add the hair feature this year. Just being able to change their hair would be so much more fun. But I'm going to have a look at this. Clothing, let's get started with the upper body. And basically I'm just going to remove everything to start. It just gets him back down to like his default. Hopefully they won't do full nudes of these guys because I don't really want to see the guys naked, but happy with the women. Okay, so there we go. So upper body. Usually they put the Nation of Domination in the game. So let's see if the Nation are in here. It may be under a full outfit, so if it isn't in this one, it'll definitely be in another area. This is tops, generic, downloaded, don't want those. So usually it's in like, you have to just look around in this game for these things, and they tend to, like, the beautiful thing that I've seen there is that they've hidden Booker T's Harlem Heat attire I'm going to be creating. This is the one. That's Karma's attire. So I've got that. Material's fine. Color, I'm a bit of a stickler for blacks. I really like them to, I really like the outfits to actually look black if it says that they're black. I'm going to go and accept those, but the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the material to see if I can get like a truer color black, because in the outfit I've got here, he definitely wears like a full-on black. The velour, I don't even know what these things are, to be honest. Oh wow, so there was a glitter that I noticed earlier, so I'm interested to see if that's even on the game. Default is probably the darkest. Vinyl is probably the wrong kind of colour. Satin wouldn't be the right material. So let's just go with default now. No need for any of those things. Now, Karma didn't wear elbow pads, so I'm just going to go straight down to his lower arms. And then basically he wore black tape, so it's like really simple. The good thing about Karma is he's actually a very easy character to create for, because he wore just really basic clothing. The game actually gives you everything that he wore. I'm going to put his tape as satin look nice and shiny. I don't want these tapes to look too shiny. On 2K18, they didn't look quite right all the time. But what I'm going to do is make one that looks shiny but not overly. So satin, I think for this, it might even be a bit too black. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I like all my blacks to match. Otherwise, I don't see the point in creating them. Now, what I want to try here, and I have no idea how to do it, is the mirror option on the game. If I confirm that. Is there a mirror option anywhere? Because it's not obvious if there is. And they say that this is a new feature that they're bringing into the game, but actually looking for it, it doesn't seem to appear easily. So let me see if going in here. Ah, here we go. Perfect. That's nice and easy. Okay, so that's a real good example of how easy it is to just copy attire parts, presets over from the left to the right to the left, etc, etc. Okay, I'm not happy about that outfit. It still looks like it's not matching with the black. So I'm going to go back in and make sure that it does, because that will make me angry. I'm not sure metallic looks good. Velour. I don't even know what velour is. If anybody else knows, tell me. But I'm going to pick that because it's the blackest one that I can find. And it matches everything else nicely. Okay, no elbow pads. I'm looking at some sort of weird picture with The Rock, D'Lo, Farouk and Karma looking at me weird. Okay, let's see. Nothing on his hands. Ooh. Pretty sure he used to have tape on one of his hands. Certainly Karma did. Anyway, let's leave those for now and go down to the lower body. So he wore, like, he had these weird... I remember doing this last year. I had to find this specific knee pad that left a real tiny amount of room between the clothing and the knee pad. There's like a really thin sliver. He used to wear quite long knee pads, basically, is my easy way of saying it. That might be perfect. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one because that one actually looks perfect. So, again, we're going to have to pick the color here. Default. I'm actually going to go with the same. I'm really interested to see what velour comes out like on this game when I'm in the game itself playing a match. And I am going to try and preview him in a match so that you'll be able to see him at the end of this creation. And once I'm happy with him, obviously I'll upload it to the creations. So that copy system is so much more helpful now. That is basically the picture I've got in front of me. Now, big guy wore kick pads back in the day. Now we just got to find the kick pad that actually looks, that's perfect. So he's going to wear those. Obviously I'm going to put boots on him too. But for the sake of just getting this done quickly, let's get this done. See, now the velour there looks a little bit different now. But I'm happy. I think I'm happy with that. First colour, black. Second colour, black. Nation, simple. Okay, so now he just needs actually some boots. I'm pretty sure he wore like the rubberized soles. But I don't think it's going to matter too much as long as it actually looks like Karma Mustafa. Now, I'm going to rotate. That's better. Let's find some. These are weird, actually, these kick pads with the shoes that they're putting me in. It's kind of weird. It may be that I have to just, like, delete the kick pads and find some generic kick pads that come with the boots already. Because that looks really weird. I don't know why that looks so freakish. Oh, what are these bad boys? I can't even see them because his kick pads are over the top. Let me go out and just delete his kick pads. Okay, now we're going to actually try and find some legit kick pads in this section and see if I can add those. Okay, these are better. They're not perfect, but they're better. Let me just see if I can slip these into the color black as well. I think if they're all black, these will be fine. I'll be happy with this. So, yep, black looks nice. Nice. Remember, if you've got any questions for me, if there are any wrestlers you can think of that could be easily changed, just hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. It's xharper.co on Instagram or xharperco on Twitter. So just let me know what you want. Ask questions, follow me, whatever you want to do. I'm going to carry on doing this whether you follow me or not, so it doesn't bother me. Anyway, that's Kama Mustafa, his in-ring attire done. I'm going to go ahead and reset. Alright, import parts, none of that. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do his ring attire now. His entrance attire, sorry. So let's click this. Copy attire. What the heck? Did I do something wrong? Okay, here we go. So selecting that over just to do the quick copy, and then basically all he needs is his hat, and his hat is the hardest thing to create because every year they add the Nation of Domination clothing, but they actually forget to put the Nation of Domination hat on there. So it's really annoying that I have to keep going back and adding this weird little Nation hat that they all wear. I want to put on here clothing, head. I'm not sure what it even comes under. Maybe it's been on there this whole time and I've just never known. But I think it comes... Let's try caps and see what comes up. Oh man, these are weird. These are not... Aha. Is that the one? No. That's Samuel L. Jackson. It's not looking good. I need his little leather hat. This one is ridiculous, but an alternative. There it is. So this is the one. Obviously, I usually make this a leather material, but because of the fact that I want it to all match this time, you guys can go ahead and change all this. Yeah, that looks cool. So that's the hat done. Now what I've got to do, and this is the hard bit, I've got to create images to get the little red, yellow and green onto his outfit. So, I can't even remember. It's been so long since I played this 2K18. So, I think is it designs? There we go. So what I do is I grab that one. Now, I don't like that stuff. Okay. So first thing I do is place it. There is a trick to this that I do, so don't worry about that line that you can see above the stitching. It looks like it's about there on his face, that's right. And then I'm not too bothered about the material of that, but I am bothered about the colour. It's the red first. Now, matching the colour is really difficult here, because obviously I'm trying to match it with that red that you can just see at the bottom of your screen, which is a nightmare. So I'm going to try and match it as best I can. I really want to get this right though, because I don't want to be coming back in here doing Kama Mustafa's headgear every time. Right. And then what am I doing again? I'm going into... Okay, now I want to go back into images, designs. So basically what I'm doing is just, I'm clicking X first. I'm just going to go straight back in and create the same thing again. What I usually do is match it up just to make sure it all fits, and then just extend the line so that it obviously works. Rotate it so that it can fit next to it. This is kind of weird at the moment. It's not. If it doesn't stick next to it, I just rotate it until it does. And then just extend it so that it matches perfect. And then this is the yellow color. I hope you guys are getting to see a little bit, at least something interesting in this game of what I'm doing, but it can be annoying. You know, this is a really frustrating game in terms of, as a content creator, we have to go in here and we have to do this process over and over and over and over again until a character is perfect. Unfortunately, it's just part of our process. We have to go through this. It isn't fun all the time. Like, I love the end result when we get to see what Karma's gonna look like, but until we get there, it's really frustrating. I'm not even sure if I'm like the fastest or slowest content creator there is, but the truth is that it is flipping annoying having to do all this. But I do it because I love you people. So, third one, I'm gonna go with that one, and then actually I'm gonna rotate that back a bit. There we go. Perfect. Color, and then this is the green. So we're almost at the end now of this strange little hat that 2K couldn't be bothered to create for us. They make us do it ourselves. That green's more or less okay. And then finally what I do is I add another image, and this is like the little pierre de la resistance to what I do. So I just go back and I add another line, yet another one, but what I do is I fully rotate it over and I basically treat it like a plaster. So what I do is I make it thick, but I make it very, very short, just long enough to cover everything. And then what I try to do, I'm not quite sure why it's not covering it fully. It's weird that it's doing that this year. They've obviously made changes to the creation suite, because this used to cover it perfectly, but it's a workaround that I can do. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to these buttons as well. Okay, so here we go. If I thicken this until I want it to stop, and then I patch it on, I go to color, first color, go over to black so it blends in. For this, I'm going to change the material, because I want it to be exactly the same material as the hat so that you don't notice the color difference. And then accept that, and then what you've ended up with is a nice little tuck in the leather, and it all looks nice for you guys to use. So confirm that. Didn't wear anything else to the ring, not from what I can see anyway from the picture I've got. And there is Karma Mustafa, made probably in about an hour. I don't even know how long this video's been so far, but that's Karma made. Obviously, I am confirming that because I'm done. And so my first member of the Nation of Domination now is done. I hope you like that. I'm going to just go ahead and make sure everything's done. I've got to tell you, I don't know if the rating system's right. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys to do all of that. Oh, what's this? I don't know what this is. It says crowd balance. I don't know. I'm going to leave it empty because I don't know what it is now, but I will change some of this stuff later. I'm going to leave all this set. I'm probably going to change some of these over to generic ones for you guys to change later. I mean, not a big fan of always having the Godfather when he's clearly Karma Mustafa in this one. But they don't have much nation stuff, so it's hard to find out which one is best to use. But I like to use ones that basically have more or less the colours that I need to represent. And obviously the Rock gets in there as well, because the Rock was the most popular one. So whenever these guys came out, it tended to be them celebrating the Rock. Good colour. I'll probably leave it as it is now. Hit point ratio, all this stuff I'm gonna leave. You guys can change it. I'm gonna do all my changes later in a video. I've already got all my ratings set. So the one thing I definitely should change though is this. Now, in the pose I've got, he's like looking really angry, and he's got his arms crossed. So I'm going to see if... he's not looking too angry in that one. So let me find one where he's actually looking good. I want to get the exact Karma Mustafa that you see in the game. What the heck is this? I don't know what this is. I think I read or watched a video somewhere about it saying you could change it. But anyway, I've saved Karma Mustafa. I'm about to upload him to Community Creations once the game actually loads. And that will be my first creation done. And then once that's uploaded, I'm going to turn off for a little bit. Probably jump back on with a different video. I'm also going to delete this one now because I'm done with him. So there's Karma Mustafa, everyone. I'll probably go back and edit some stuff as well, make him look a bit better, but I'm going to upload him as soon as I can to Community Creations. So once I've done that, hit me up at X Harper. That's where you'll be able to find all my content. Have fun. Thank you for staying with me. I'm going to be back later with more content. I'm going to keep doing creations for you. So keep an eye out on X Harper. And I'll see you soon.